Hey guys, welcome to Mima on Cloud Fetty. I am Melissa.
I'm Lloyd.
So today's topic, we're gonna do a married couple Q&A. So I'm gonna be asking Lloyd the questions. This is not written down. We don't have the answers written down, so it's just gonna be flowing off of the top of his brain. So the first question is, when did we meet?
We met in January. I don't know the specific day. In 2013.
Yes, correct.
Next question.
I don't remember the date. It was the end of January though.
Okay, in January.
Okay, what was your first opinion of me?
I thought you were very nice, very classy. You seemed like someone that was open-minded, and you was in good spirits. I could tell when we met, so that made me feel more at ease.
Okay. When did you know I was the one?
It's hard to pinpoint when. I would say more so around the time we started spending more time together
Okay.
on the weekends.
All right.
And it just made sense that we made things official.
Okay. So when I was the one to be official in the relationship, or when I was the one to marry, was it two different times?
Two
or-
different times,
Okay.
definitely.
So right now it's just I was the one to be with in a relationship.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. How long did it take to plan the wedding? I guess I should answer that because I did the planning.
It felt like a year.
Well, you know what? In all honesty, I think most women, we have like a vision board, or we all have an idea of what we want our wedding to be like if we get married. So I kind of always had a vision of what I liked. I know I always liked rose gold, and Lloyd just so happens to like rose gold too. Like most of his watches and his jewelry were rose gold, so we had that in common. So I always knew I wanted a rose gold ring and some type of rose gold inspired wedding. I would say we planned the wedding in less than a year. So I'd say like 10 months it took us to plan the wedding. But I already had a visual of what I wanted, and he was on board as long as he didn't have to do most of the work. So, 10 months. When did we get married?
September 10th,
What year?
2017.
Okay, that's easy because I was like
Very
last
easy.
year. How long have we been married?
About a year and change. So it's pretty much October, so like 13 months.
Very good. Okay. How did you propose?
I took the liberty of reaching out to one of your connects, friends and family members, and got an idea of what type of proposal you would like how grand you wanted it to be, and also who you wanted involved. So what I did was, because a lot of people want to know specifics, I reached out to one of her former photographers, and I asked her, what type of proposal you think I should do. They have a lot of talks about this stuff, so I figured she was a good person to pick her brain. She said, oh yeah, that's easy. She told me a lot of things, but she did mention to me that she wanted her engagement photos on the Brooklyn Bridge.
I did.
So she was like, what about if we do the proposal on the Brooklyn Bridge? How do you feel about that? And I was like, I think that would be dope. I don't see how she would dislike it. She did mention to me that she wanted her friends and family there.
Yes.
So I looked at that from the beginning as one of the toughest things for me to do as far as getting everybody there at the same time. I didn't think it would be easy at all because a lot of people live out of state. A lot of people obviously have different responsibilities, and being available that specific day, maybe they would come afterwards. That's what I was thinking, but with the help of support from family, I was able to get everybody there. everybody stepped in to make it as smooth for me as possible, because one of my concerns was she was coming back from vacation. Where am I going to put the ring? I hope she doesn't find it. I hope she doesn't have an idea that it's going to go down prior to, where it was kind of like a put on type of astonishment after the fact. And she had no idea what was going on up until that moment. So I had all her family there. We did it on the Brooklyn Bridge. We had champagne. She had no idea what was about to happen. I surprised her. There was a bunch of her family there, and she didn't even see me. And I was hiding behind the mother, and I was on one bended knee, and I had the ring out, and she was in tears, and everybody else was happy. Everybody was honking the horn. So it felt like it was televised then.
It did.
And I know I accomplished my goal and surpassed it as far as putting thought, creativity in the proposal versus just doing it.
Good question. I just want to add, people always say like, you knew. I didn't know because all of the times I thought it was happening, it didn't happen. I thought it was going to happen during my mom's 60th birthday party. And it did not happen then because, all the family would be there and my mom was so wanting it to happen. So I was like, oh, I think he's going to propose tonight. And it just never happened. Then he came home one day like, oh, my dad said, your dad said I could have a party at the house. And I'm like, huh. My dad just said you could have a party. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. They're trying to plan the proposal. So all the times that I thought it would happen, it just did not happen. So I went to Barbados like, I'm tired of thinking about this proposal. Let me go enjoy myself. So like the day after I came back from vacation, he proposed. So it really kind of caught me off guard because I was back in work mode and that was the proposal.
God was really behind the scenes through all of that, working the strings, because, around my birthday, around her 60th birthday of mother, I was not thinking of a proposal. I knew after that, like, okay, later on, before summer's over, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to put some things in action. But as far as that time, especially my birthday,
I know
I wasn't gonna mix it. And I felt the mother's 60th birthday, that's a milestone. I didn't want to steal the thunder. I don't believe in that, even though she probably wouldn't have minded. But to have that as part of it, I kind of wanted to do something separate where it would just be focused on that and it would be dedicated to that versus mixing stuff up.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. How many children do I want?
How many do you want? I think it's a shared idea, but if I had to guess, I would say a maximum of 2. If you can do twins at one time, you said that'd be great, which is a headache. I don't necessarily know if I want that. But 2 is my number.
You not carrying the baby?
It's a lot of work with twins. It's double the trouble.
All right, but I don't want to be pregnant like 3-4 times. So
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
All right, you're right. 2. That's the max children that I would like to have. God gives me more. We're gonna ride it out, rock with it. Okay. What does my family think of you?
I think they think I'm a good guy. I think they feel comfortable that I'm with their daughter and she's in good hands. I get a lot of support and love from them, so from day one. So it really wasn't a question for me of whether they like me, whether I'll fit in. I kind of got that vibe from them from day one.
He's right. What does my friends think of you?
I think they think I'm a good guy. I think that they think I'm a daring person, meaning I'll admit my love for you publicly. I'll post you and stuff like that. I'm very passionate. I think that's the word. I was trying to get to that.
Okay.
I'm very passionate about our relationship, and they admire that a lot.
Okay.
And I think they like my personality.
All right. What is my worst habit? Oh God. Oh
I have to
Lord
be
Jesus.
truthful. You said be truthful. What I can't stand that you do
Oh God.
is you will use something, and when you're done with it, you don't put it back. It irks me really bad.
You talking?
I'm
do that
sorry.
too.
It still bothers me, though. That don't
You
mean
do
like
that too.
I'm disqualified from thinking that.
All right.
It still bothers me, even if, there's a lot of people that they live their whole life contradicting themselves. So that could be a contradiction for me, but that's my number one thing.
Okay. See if they ask me, but they ain't asking me. All right. What is my best habit?
You're very caring and thoughtful of others. Like you naturally just think of other people. If I want something, if you're on your way somewhere, will you pick it up? If I'm going through stuff or I got a lot on my plate, you'll try to figure out a way to make things better for me, more inviting, stuff like that. I like that a lot about you.
Okay. I like that. Who wears the pants in the relationship?
I think we each have a pant leg. I think we took a pair of jeans and we cut it in half. I got the right leg.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's shared. Because I can't say I wear the pants because then that means I always get my way. Like he'll put me in check if I'm getting a little. So we both.
We communicate a lot.
We do.
So I think the tone was set from day one when we got in a relationship because we always communicated, we always compromise, and we always agree on things. So that just makes life a whole lot more pleasant, and that had a lot to do with me being with you in the long run, long term. Because if we can't get along, then it's not a good sign.
Okay. If you could get rid of one thing that belongs to me, what would it be?
One thing that belongs to you. It's hard to answer that.
Because it ain't one thing.
Yeah, because you don't have something that's like annoying. I just want to like smash or something like that.
Can't.
You like to keep cheap Tupperware. And I got some good Tupperware that lasts a long time. If you buy something out, you like to keep it. And I'm like, what are you going to do with it? Because you don't bring lunch to like work or nothing like that. So it takes up space in the kitchen, and then I don't use it. So I'm like, well, why is this here?
Because, sometimes, like, say you cook, people want food, you need a container.
We don't have a lot of people come to our house.
We really don't.
They don't be in and out. So.
You're right about that. I think that's just force of habit. You growing up and your parents just keep everything. Like, I don't know, like, don't throw away that container. Mm-hmm. Like,
because I find myself halfway washing it, and then I'm like, I throw it out when the water's still in there, because I'm like, it's there, we don't need it. I'm like, what the hell am I washing this for? What's the top to this? And I'm like,
that's that West Indian stuff. They don't like to throw away nothing. They be having pepper sauce in the peanut butter jar, like in the cookie tin. They have like sewing needles and stuff. Like, I think that's growing up. It's like, don't throw away that container. Like, I don't know, it's a force of habit not to throw away container. Like, I don't know. All right, fair enough. Mm-hmm. Who is the better cook?
Honestly, I would say you. You have a more diversified portfolio.
Okay.
There's only certain things that I'm willing to make, that I do make. With you, you have more of a variety. There's a lot of things that you may not necessarily know how to make on top. But once you follow the ingredients and you add your little flavor and twist to it, comes out very good. You got good ratio, so I can't complain. I'm not complaining.
He knows how to cook too. I'll give him his props. Like,
thanks.
I don't know that I've ever dated a guy that knew how to cook. So, and I have brothers. I have 6 brothers, and I don't know that any of those dudes know how to cook. So, for when he told me he know how to cook. I was like, but you know how to cook, you know. But he really knows how to cook. Like he even cooked for my dad, and my dad was like impressed. So he's a really good cook. I give him his props. Like he wanted the bomb steak, lamb chops, pork chops, burgers, everything, fish. He's good on the grill, on the stove. He could cook. He's not that great with sides, but that's cool. I can make the sides. But he's a good cook too. I had to throw that in. What do we argue most about?
I know this one, but I'm trying to think. But there is one that
Really?
we argue often about, and you got to give me a minute and let it come to me.
I mean, I know we argue. I don't know what it's a topic that we argue about a lot.
It's not so much. Okay, if you ask me to do something and it's annoying and I don't really see the point of doing it, then I will ask nicely if it's necessary to do it, and then you get upset right away, and then it leads to the argument. It's like, see, it's not like all I ask you to do is one thing. I'm just like, yo, could we skip this part? I don't care about nothing else. Let's just skip this part.
Why would I ask you if it wasn't necessary? Like,
because you feel it's necessary, and it
but
don't necessarily be necessary.
Why we gotta go with rationale? Like sometimes, you know, you just gotta do things. Like, you know, why does it have to always be an explanation of why?
Because I think, how about we try not doing it and see what happens for like once? You know what I'm saying? So that's my thought. Like, let's
okay.
and if it don't work, then I'll go back to way you
give
think
an
it's
example, because I don't know what you mean. Because it can't be something like take out the garbage.
No,
the container thing, I understand. But what else? Like, go to the store? Like, I don't know. Like, what would make you feel like we don't need to do that? Like,
I'm trying to give an example. It's very small, but it's say like, before you put this on the table, like, just wipe it off 8 more times.
okay.
And I'm like, well, why I gotta wipe it 8 times? I just wiped it, so we good.
Oh, I know what you mean.
And it's not cleaning. It's just like a superstition type of thing.
You're right. I'm very I wouldn't say OCD, but like I'm just one of those people. I'm just one of those people. He knows. Like, say we have bread and it expires tomorrow. I'm not gonna eat the bread tomorrow. Like, to me, I'm not eating it Monday either. I know it could still be good, but I'm just not gonna eat it. And once I see the expiration date, I don't care if it's still fresh. Couple days, that's just a sell by. Don't explain that to me.
Oh, you know what else?
I'm not doing
You know what else I don't like about you?
Oh, spill the beans.
You'll be like, hey babe, you wanna try this food? It's really good. And then you'll give me the fork and then you'll feed it to me. And I'll say, hey babe, this is real good, like if we're out eating for the first time. Try this. Oh, no, I'm good. I take offense to it because it's like you're offering me, so let me offer you.
I don't know.
It look good. You're staring at it. You all in my plate like, that look good. But when I give it to you as your husband,
you're right.
Unsanitary.
You're right. You
don't take it.
Not.
It's weird. I don't get it.
I guess you could say I'm not that flexible. Like, I'm the type of person that I just like what I like. Like, and he doesn't really, like, he's adventurous. Like, he'll try different things, like with food and different things. But I'm the type of person, like, I kind of want to stay close to what I know. Like, when we go out, he's like, well, let me just get this steak, or let me get some, like, he'll try something fancy on the menu, and I'll just stick to, like, the fish or the chicken. Like, because it's like, I'm the type of person, I love food. Everybody loves food. But it's like, if I go and try and be adventurous and then I don't like it, I'm going to be mad because it's like I could have just stuck to my chicken or my fish and been happy and content. Now I got something that I can't eat. So there's too much going on in my mind, but he's right. This is going on in my head. He don't know that. So, you know, I'm difficult. I ain't going to say I'm difficult. Yes, he's right. And then the whole thing with like a cup, if I'm like, oh, bring me a cup, I'm like, could you rinse it out like 10 times? He's like, I just washed the dishes. Like, I'm like, yeah, just rinse it out. Yeah.
No way.
I'm just difficult. Okay. All right, next. What was our last argument about?
Um,
Do we really argue like that? Like, we just have little disagreements throughout the day. But
yeah, I let a lot of stuff go because it won't end. Um, as a guy, I like to get the last word if I feel my point is like strong. So I'll keep throwing it in there to try to tap a surface that I will never tap.
The last argument was like a half an hour ago when another thing where he has to have a breakdown. We needed the chairs to do this video because, you know, we have to be in level with the camera. He's like, can't we just sit on the floor?
I like to work smarter, not harder.
How is that smarter sitting on the floor and recording? Like, how would that look? We're
I
gonna be
don't-
like on the
I
floor.
don't have to lift it down the stairs, then up the stairs, and when I go up the stairs, I gotta like bend down and stuff like that. So it's not exactly a safe thing for your back. So I don't want to put it in jeopardy. She's not lifting it, I'm lifting it. So I'm trying to.
As you can see, we're not sitting on the floor. So that was the last argument. Always small things.
Yeah.
Who's more affectionate?
I beat everybody. I already.
I can't.
I took the trophy already. You know, that's just a trait of mine that I accept, and
You're a Cancer. You're emotional.
guess it's something. I grew up with a lot of affection also, so to reciprocate that, yeah.
I'm affectionate though.
Yeah, you are. You're not like cold shoulder. I don't like that in women. I like affectionate women.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very affectionate. Like the type of guy, as soon as he comes through the door, like, babe, give me a kiss. And there's nothing wrong with that because I know some women appreciate those things. And I know if he wasn't like that, I probably would notice. But he is more affectionate than me. I'm more a little reserved.
And I think it's a way for me to give you attention, you know. But me doing that, I could be like, you know, all right, babe, I'll see you later, but because I was just hugging you and kissing you and stuff like that, then you're like, oh, well, he's not neglecting me, you know, we spent some time together, you know, so that's my way of letting that out, exercising that, you know.
All right. What is something I enjoy doing with you?
Grocery shopping.
Okay.
I don't know why, but yeah, you like that.
Because
you like going to the gym with me.
I do. I don't like going without him because then I don't want to go. But yeah. Movies.
Movies, a lot of stuff.
Listening to music in the house.
Listen to music in the house. You do?
Okay, it's a
He's
different.
not a music
It's
person
no,
like that.
it's different. He be wanting to listen to some hardcore hip hop or tell me about rap battles with like Eminem and Joe Budden and people, and it's just like I'm into it because he's telling me, but I'm not really into it. Like I think that's more of a dude thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like hip hop, but I think that's something more for him and his boys to like debate and talk about. But
You're supposed to be my best friend, though. Like I'm not looking for others when it comes to that.
But I don't feel that passionate about hip hop like that to, you know, be like, yo, yeah, Eminem said this and that. Like, it's a long history of beefs and things back and forth, stories that I have to know that I don't know because I don't follow hip hop. So I get lost in the sauce. Like, you know, he has to fill me in or whatever. So, listening to music like R. Kelly, regular R&B, like we dance in the house and stuff like that. It's not everything, but I enjoy that with you.
Right.
I enjoy everything with him. He is my best friend, so. I get too much.
And they work.
All right. Who is the more romantic one?
She's more creative, and I tie that into romance.
I am, because this guy, he's very affectionate, but the creativity with the romance.
Sucks.
Help him. Comment below. My birthday is coming up in December. We're gonna have to do a whole video on my birthdays for the past 5 years, because this guy, let's just say for last birthday, I ended up at a Haitian church. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna do a video. That's all. I'm not Haitian. Nothing against Haitians, but you just try to figure out why we were there. So, yeah, I am the more romantic one because I think that's just how I think. Like, I like to do things that's gonna make.
She makes
Make you smile.
fairy tales come to life.
Yes.
Like all the woman stuff that you see, in like articles and novels and all that stuff. Like she really believes it can happen, and she makes it happen. I didn't think this stuff was true. I thought it was fictional stuff, but
All
she
right.
puts things in action.
Okay. Who is the funny one?
I would say I am. You think you're the funny one? You always
I'm a-
tell me I'm funny all the
I'm
time.
a comedian, son. I'm a
All
comedian.
right, then take the crown.
No, I think we both are.
Yeah, we both have
You're-
senses of humor.
I find you to be funny with your actions. Like the stuff he does and says, and then when he be singing and just stuff he says, like he's just funny. Like, I don't know. He's just funny, like his actions and stuff like that. And me, I think I'm naturally like funny too.
You crack jokes?
See how he coming for your girl?
I just don't know. Like,
I'm not hilarious.
you got a good sense of humor when you like describe stuff to me that other people do.
I'm a good storyteller. Like, I make a story funny. Like, I know how to deliver a story
Okay.
very hilarious. I think I have that. You get carried away and long-winded. I add humor to the story. I think we are both funny, okay? That's why we're together, because he makes me laugh and I make him laugh. But I guess he's the bigger clown.
I'm younger, so I'm mature. I mean, immature. I'm the guy.
Yo, he
The
took a
guys tend to be immature. I'm not
took a
trying to
stab.
take a stab. I'm just
took a
saying.
stab to your girl.
It's not good,
He
but
took a
I'm not.
stab to the
I wasn't bigging myself up. I'm just saying.
Okay,
I'm immature, so.
he not. Who is more outgoing?
Yeah.
He is.
Conversationalist.
He talks to everybody. People love him. Like, I mean, I can't really say that he has people that don't like him, or when he goes anywhere, he like leaves with friends. They be following each other on Instagram, or they exchange numbers. Like, this guy, he talks to everybody. Like, he's just easy to get along with. Like, I don't know many people that don't like him, and if they don't, they just hating on him because
Usually.
he gets along with everyone. So, he's more outgoing. I'm the type of person I gotta warm up. So, I'll try it eventually, but if you're looking for somebody gonna try it off the bat, he's your guy. Like, he's more outgoing. All right. Would I prefer to stay in or go out on a Friday night? Oh, you should know this.
You prefer to go out. You know.
My dad used to call me road runner because I was never home. Like, I always like to be on the road. Yeah, I don't like to stay home. I don't.
I'm half and half, I would say. I like being at home, staying to myself. I'm more comfortable. Doesn't require a lot of money to be spent, so that's always ideal. But I like going out too. I like looking fly. I get a fresh cut too. I want to put to use. Go out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Okay. Have you ever lied to avoid getting in trouble with me?
No.
Okay. Have I ever gotten something for you didn't like? I think I know what it is.
No, very little. I'm trying to think.
I know one.
Okay, you tell me, because off top I can't think.
Remember that T-shirt I got you?
With me on it?
Yeah. I know
It's
you.
a little cheesy. And I'm like, where are you going with this?
It's one of those
I'm
things you
not
look.
that vain.
It was one of those things you look back on and it's like, why did I do that? Like, I don't know. It was his 30th birthday,
I
and I don't
thought
know.
it was there, so.
Yeah, I mean, he wore it in the house, He wore it in the house. But I don't know where I was going with that. I think that was like me still trying to figure out. Okay, first, he has expensive taste. So I think I was like balling on a budget, and I just tried to be creative. But I look back now, like when we do laundry and I see that shirt, I'm like, why the hell did I buy this shit? Like it was just, I don't know. And I really like ordered it and waited for it for like 2 weeks. Anyway, but yeah, I know he didn't like it because it never left the house.
None of my list of favorites.
I'm glad this is not for me to answer because yeah.
Just rub it in.
Okay, what is the best gift I have ever gotten you?
I think it's recent.
Okay.
That's for sure, but I'm still the best gift.
That's good that you have to think that long. That means, I get
Yeah,
you
because
a lot of
a
things.
lot of it, the best gifts you've given me haven't been tangible.
Oh, okay.
They've been experiences.
Okay.
So it's like, I think taking me to the steakhouse was dope. Yeah.
He's been wanting to go to a steakhouse from like the day I met him because he loves steaks. And it just was never the right time. First, I was just not financially there because it's expensive. Then the wedding happened, the engagement. So it was like a lot of things that kept pushing it back. So then this year, I was able to take him because we didn't have like the wedding and all that stuff going on. And he really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think that's what turned it up too, is obviously you the one that brought me there. And you can find one, that's not a problem. But it was everything that I wanted it to be, as far as me imagining how it would be and me wanting to go. That just set it off the roof.
Okay, so steakhouse.
Yeah.
All right. What is something I cannot live without? You should know this.
It's either pinkberry or chocolate.
Chocolate. Pinkberry, yeah, because I just started getting into frozen yogurt. But chocolate, if you told me I could not eat chocolate anymore,
Triple chocolate.
yes.
Quintuplet chocolate. Like,
Yes, like I'm a chocoholic. Like not just a little bit of chocolate. Like give me a double chocolate, triple chocolate,
Dipped in
fudge
fudge
chocolate.
fondue.
Like, oh, chocolate is so good. Good, you know me. All right. Use one word to describe me. Make it good. Make it good.
it's 2 words really. But if it gotta be one, thoughtful
No,
is number 1.
I thought you were
that's
gonna say exceptional.
But I think so real. I'm being straight up, like, not trying to get points. So I think that's your core.
He's right.
Everything else is like number 2 or something.
I'm always thinking about people, and I think that's why people gravitate to me, and I think that's what my clients like about me because they feel like I'm human. Like it's not just business. Like I'm actually like a friend they know for years because I'm always thinking of people or others. That's just how I am.
Number 1.
I've always been like that since a kid. Just very thoughtful. Like I'm always thinking about how it would affect somebody before I take action. So that's the perfect
Good
word.
trait. Yeah.
Okay. What is my best physical trait?
The buttocks.
Yes. Thank you. Okay.
Definitely.
What is my best personality trait?
You're very your positive mental attitude.
Thank you. So you said my positive.
Mental attitude is your best personality trait. Like you're blind to like negativity. Totally.
I am so bad that when it's happening, like it takes me a while to see it. Like, so that's just how I live. Positive vibes, positive vibes. Like I only see the good in people, and I don't believe in negative. I don't believe in any of that. Like if he starts, I'm like, don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. Like I just can't. I can't function.
I envy that of you in the beginning.
Thank you.
Because I couldn't understand it. I was trying to develop it my own, hardcore with from scratch, and it seemed like you were just born with it.
I don't know. I just don't see negative, and it's like anybody that comes to me with that kind of vibe, like just kind of ease off, or when they're finished speaking to me, they adapt that positive attitude too, because I'm so upbeat and positive all the time. Like it's hard for them to continue to be negative in my presence. Just positivity is everything, okay? And because I feel like that, my life is that way. You know, I never see myself failing. I'll never see myself suffering. Like that thought, those thoughts don't even come into my head, and when they do, they float right out because I overpower it with positivity. So, thank you, husband. Okay, who's more likely to get into a fight?
She's too pretty.
Aw. Thank you. Well, no, but he's real like laid back. He's not confrontational at all. I'm not confrontational until people push me. Like I'm nice, and then they kind of like take advantage, and then I get to a point where it's like, hold it,
Listen,
and then
sis.
shut it down. Yeah.
When you say the word sis, I kind of am like, okay.
It's about to go down.
Yep.
Yeah. Like for the most part, you cool, I'm cool, we cool, never a problem. But when people keep trying to like test my buttons because I'm nice, I have to shut it down. So me, because at the end of the day, I am positive and thoughtful and all those things. But if I feel like somebody's taking advantage of me or disrespecting me, it's gonna be cut off real quick. But that's it for the husband and wife tag. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. And if you have not subscribe, like, comment, subscribe.
Suggestions for next topics?
Yes, please.
Questions you may have?
You guys always have like a lot of questions under our pictures and comments and stuff. So this is your opportunity. What do you want to know? Ask us. If you want relationship advice, you're struggling on the dating scene, ask. We are here to help. We want to spread our love and positivity to you guys the way you've been giving it to us. We want to give it back to you. So, signing out, Mimo and Cloud Petty. Later.